regards to loudness, both of the units measured in at a max decibel of 76. Now, in regards to temperature, we see a much greater difference between the two. Hey everyone, David with Chef Media Group here. Today in this video, we're going to be comparing the GiveBest 1500 watt ceramic space heater with the andily 1500 watt ceramic space heater. Both of these heaters were purchased by us, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly our own. That being said, if you're interested in any one of these heaters, the links will be in the video description. So you can see we got both heaters right here. Let's go ahead. Let's look at them up close. So looking at both units from the top, you can see on the left we have the GiveBest unit. It's slightly taller, maybe half an inch taller than the andily unit. One's in black and one's in gray as well. But we have very similar control options at the top. So with the GiveBest unit, first up we have our thermostat controls with the plus and minus for the temperature. Then we have our different modes. So we can have it off or fan where it's just blowing air, not any heat. Then we have 1 and 2. So if you want it in 1, that's going to be 750 watts. 2 is going to be 1500 watts. For our andily unit, same thing. You can see we have our thermostat right here with a min and a max. And then we have our mode knob as well. In this case, though, we have 4 modes. So we have our off and our fan. And we have our 2 and our 3, which is 750 and 1500, just like we have with the GiveBest. But we actually have one additional mode. This is 1000 watts. So we have an additional option with the andily. On the back, we also have a similar design. Both have their handle up top, both have their air intake and an integrated power cable. The only differences are where the power cable is going into the device. And on the andily unit, we have an additional handle built in that we do not have with the GiveBest unit. Looking at both units on the bottom, you can see besides a larger footprint for our andily unit, they're both very similar. They both have 4 feet. And they both have a tip over switch built in, which is great for your protection, especially if you have kids and pets. In regards to performance, we measure 2 things. How loud does it get and how hot does it get? So first up, in regards to loudness, both of the units measured in at a max decibel of 76. Typically, they're both running around that 60 to 65 range with a peak up to 76. Now, in regards to temperature, we see a much greater difference between the two. So with our GiveBest unit, this tops out at 169 degrees Fahrenheit. Whereas with our andily unit, we max out at 218 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a wash in regards to noise. They're both very similar to each other, and I would say they're just not that loud. But in regards to amount of heat they're able to throw out at the maximum heat setting, that definitely goes to the andily unit. It can drastically get a lot hotter than our GiveBest unit. So at the time of this video, I want to point out that there's a 1 cent difference between both of these space heaters. The andily unit costs 1 penny more. And let me tell you what, that is a worthwhile investment to spend 1 additional cent to buy this unit versus the GiveBest unit. Why is that? Well, the first thing is with this unit, we pick up an extra mode setting. So why not get another option for your space heater than to not have it, especially after all, you're just spending 1 penny more. And then the next thing I'd say is probably even a greater feature is just the fact that this unit can get a lot hotter. So if that's of importance to you, and typically if you're using a space heater, it's because you're cold and you want to increase the temperature of your room and environment, this is going to be the way to go. It's a pretty substantial difference between what they're capable of doing in regards to that maximum temperature. So for 1 penny more, you really can't go wrong with the andily unit.